Bro.
My club owner's name is Mickey Clark. Bought the club 3 years ago and paid cash.
Is it broken?
Street trafficking, weapons, people, drugs.
And now uranium.
I need to find out
Now
who's
uranium.
selling to. The last thing we need is black market uranium getting into the US.
Agreed, but first we need to find him. We find him, we find the RAC.
God willing gives them the key.
Hey, Abby, you done running? Delilah, what are you doing here?
I don't know if there's really anybody still here. But I don't even know what you're talking about. Right, okay. Boom booms. There's really somebody here. Like, who's up here? Who are you guys? Nobody's here. You know? I can't even tell if anybody's watching. I don't think they are. Blah, fucking blah. That's how that works. Well, that's sick. Cause it's cool though. Nobody watching. Oh, it's only 2 minutes. Okay.
Matches and location. Good job, guys. Reeves, take Torres. Pick him up. Please hurry. Why?
When you lose your money, you lose nothing. When you lose your health, you lose something. When you lose your character, you lose everything. Remember that. When you lose your money, you lose.
You know what makes me feel pain? Oh no.
Rhino got. You weren't behind, you were being built. While others were rushing, you were learning. While they were posting wins, you were fighting silent battles. And that delay you hated, it was preparing you for what you weren't ready to carry yet. Stop comparing your timing. Some people peak early, others rise when it matters most. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't. Keep your head down, keep planting. The breakthrough doesn't come after the applause, it comes after the discipline. You're not late, you're being aligned. And when it's your time, no one will be able to deny what's yours. If you've ever felt like your season was taking too long, but you still believe your time is coming, then don't scroll without speaking your truth. If you agree with me, drop a 100 in the comments. You weren't behind, you were being built. While others were rushing, you were learning. While they were posting wins, you were fighting silent battles. And that delay you hated, it was preparing you for what you weren't ready to carry yet. Stop comparing. Remember? Don't trust anyone. Life is full of fake people who pretend to care. But when you need them the most, they're nowhere to be found. That hurts, but it teaches you to trust yourself. that keep your heart safe. And let the real ones prove they don't trust anyone. Life is full of fake people who pretend to care. But when you need them the most, they're nowhere to be found. That is hurts. But it teaches you to trust yourself, that keep your heart safe. And let the real ones prove they deserve a place in your life. Don't trust anyone.
Shut up.
One bad. I had these for. This is worth $1 million to you over the course of your career. This one.
Never ignore a person.
The degree to which old Twitter was basically a soft puppet.
You can't treat. If you go.
It's almost more interesting.
When someone disrespects you, don't.
I want you to write this down. Write this down.
If you want to change your life,
There's some people that can't stand.
You know what it's like when you want to be.
God is speaking to you.
when you're angry,
What if your life, until now, wasn't really yours? Carl Jung believed the
That's right, my friend. You haven't changed.
3 things that you must come to accept.
The international number that has been calling has a blacklisted IMEI.
If you trust too much, you will be betrayed. If you love too much, you will be lost. If you think too much, you will be depressed. If you speak too much, you will lie. If you expect too much, you will be disappointed. If you care too much, you will be taken for granted.
Are you okay?
If you eat too much, you will be obese. If you spend too much, poor, you will have no future. If you look too much, you will lose your focus. If you pursue life too much, you will lose everything. The morale is simple. Balance is the key to a fulfilling life. Too much. If you trust too much, you will be betrayed.
You know what? God knew you.
I didn't know shit. Shut up.
Christians, Donald Trump opened his
MEN2 or allergic to it.
chances of you seeing.
You plan to have
Chances
surgery
of
or
me.
procedure or breastfeeding, pregnant or plan to be.
I'm gonna show you.
Get medical help if you get a lump or swelling in your neck.
We have.
Stomach pain
Aw.
or these allergic
Yeah.
reactions.
Someone who really loves you
Serious side effects may include pancreas inflammation and
Really?
gallbladder or severe stomach problems.
I hate that
Call
when
your
that happens.
prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines for it. Call your prescriber if you experience vision changes, heart racing at rest, or any mental changes. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Side effects of nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea can lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
This is supposedly live,
Now listen, wait.
but I haven't seen anybody on here. Sit down.
Ask your prescriber about Wegovy. Welcome back to
But they're getting to see what a variety supposedly.
Free pizza. Yo, tell them what it is.
Buy any large pizza at regular menu price, get 1 large 1-topping pizza for free.
No, like free food. Yeah, we did do that.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Hey, it's your skin. CeraVe, developed a dermatologist, cleanses and removes excess oil with niacinamide and 3 essential ceramides. CeraVe prevents disruption of my barrier. CeraVe foam and cleanser.
And now introducing new CeraVe anti-dandruff hair care.
The View studio was already tense before the cameras turned on.
When my dad introduced Boost to me, I love the support, and when I got into martial arts, we got in it together. A real fight deserves a real
Financial friend who can give you an instant boost.
I found that nothing in life is worthwhile
By your side
unless you take risks.
is ready with so many
Nothing.
ways to help you save.
Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion to be found playing small
Can help
and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living."
have experience.
Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you, fellas, listen up. If a woman ever says these 5 things to you, don't argue, don't negotiate, and don't try to fix it. Just leave. Because the truth is, when someone tells you who they really are, believe them the first time. Too many men waste years of their lives trying to change a woman who has already shown them she's not right for them. You ignore the warning signs, thinking things will get better, hoping that if you just love her a little more, she'll change. But let me tell you something. A woman's words are the gateway to her soul. If she says the wrong things, it's because she thinks the wrong way. And if she thinks the wrong way, she's going to treat you the wrong way. And before you even think about ignoring this message, I need you to hear this. The wrong woman can destroy your confidence, your peace, and even your future. So pay attention. So I'm about to break down the 5 things a woman will say that should make you walk away without looking back. She might say it with pride, with an attitude, or even as a joke, but understand this. If she doesn't need you, she won't value you. Love is about mutual respect and appreciation. A woman who constantly tells you she doesn't need you is preparing you for a relationship where you will be neglected, disrespected, and eventually replaced. See, a strong woman is independent, but she also understands the power of partnership. She values a good man in her life, and she's not ashamed to admit it. But a woman who constantly reminds you that she doesn't need you, that's her way of keeping you at arm's length. Because deep down, she's already planning for a life without you. Now, there's a difference between being emotionally weak and having self-respect. If you express a concern, set a boundary, or call out disrespect, and she dismisses you as too sensitive, that's her way of gaslighting you. A woman who values you will listen to your feelings, not mock them. This type of woman will hurt you with her words, disrespect you in front of others, and when you stand up for yourself, she'll laugh and say, "Oh, you're overreacting."
Pretty much.
No, my brother, you're not overreacting. You're recognizing a toxic behavior. Real relationships require communication, not belittling. A woman who truly cares about you will respect your emotions and work through issues with you, not make you feel weak for having feelings. No. The right woman will appreciate you, not make you feel like she's doing you a favor by being with you. Love isn't a one-sided privilege, it's a partnership. If she's constantly making you feel like she's the prize and you're just fortunate to be in her presence, she sees you as beneath her. That's not love, that's arrogance. Now don't get it twisted, you should be grateful for a good woman in your life, but she should feel the same way about you. If she acts like she's the queen and you're just a servant in her kingdom, she will never respect you. And a woman who doesn't respect you can never truly love you. This is manipulation at its finest. A woman who threatens to leave or replace you if you don't meet her every demand is already preparing her exit. And let's be real, a woman who respects you would never dangle the idea of another man in your face just to control you. The moment she says this, call her bluff and walk away. Because a woman who truly loves you wouldn't even think about replacing you. She wouldn't use threats to get what she wants. If she's already putting the idea of another man in your mind, trust me, she's already entertaining the thought in hers. A real woman doesn't make threats, she builds trust. If she truly loves you, she'll communicate her needs with respect, not ultimatums. This statement right here tells you everything you need to know. She has no respect for men, period. She's already grouped you with the men from her past.
Right?
Trust me, nothing you do will change that.
I know, dude, that's right.
A woman who constantly says all men are liars, all men cheat, all men are trash is a woman who hasn't healed from her past. And guess what? If she's still carrying the pain from the men before you, she will project that pain onto you.
Yep.
No matter how good you are to her,
doesn't matter.
she will always be looking for the moment you prove her right. And when a woman has already decided that all men are the same, there is nothing you can do to convince her otherwise. The only thing you can do is remove yourself before she turns you into her next heartbreak story. At the end of the day, a man has 2 choices. He can choose peace or he can choose chaos. The words a woman speaks will tell you which one she's going to bring into your life. Don't wait until you're drained, broken, and questioning your own worth. If she says these 5 things, leave her immediately. Because the truth is, the wrong woman will destroy you faster than any enemy ever could. A woman who tells you, "I don't need a man," is sending a message far deeper than just those 5 words. At first, it might sound like confidence, independence, or even a harmless statement reflecting her ability to take care of herself. But listen closely, because that phrase is not just about independence, it's about mindset. It's about how she views relationships, partnership, and ultimately how she views you. A woman who truly values partnership understands that relationships are not about need, but about want. She may not need a man to survive, but she respects and desires the presence of a strong man in her life. However, when a woman repeatedly tells you she doesn't need a man, she's subtly reinforcing the idea that no matter what you bring to the table, it will never be enough to make her truly appreciate you for a relationship where you will always feel replaceable, unnecessary, and undervalued. Now, there's nothing wrong with independence. Relationship thrives when both people are strong individuals. The key is balance. A woman who values a relationship that while she may be capable of handling things on her own, she also sees the value in having a good man by her side. A woman who constantly repeats that she doesn't need a man is telling you that your presence in her life is not an asset, but rather an optional accessory. Something she could take or leave without much thought. And here's where it gets dangerous. When a woman holds this mindset, she will struggle to truly invest in you emotionally. Why? Because deep down, she doesn't believe you are essential to her happiness or success. She sees you as temporary, as someone who could be here today and gone tomorrow. And in her mind, it wouldn't make a difference. That means when hard times hit, she won't fight for the relationship. When challenges come up, she won't work through them, because in her world, you were never a necessity. You were simply an option. A woman who truly respects a man, who understands the value of partnership, will never make him feel unwanted. She will never make him feel like he has to prove his worth in her life, because love is not about proving. It's about sharing, growing, and building together. But when a woman constantly tells you she doesn't need you, she is making it clear that you are not a priority in her life. And a man who is not a priority will never feel loved the way he deserves to be. The deeper issue is that this mindset often leads to a power struggle in the relationship. She will resist anything that makes her feel like she's depending on you, even in healthy ways. She won't let you lead. She won't appreciate your efforts, and she won't acknowledge your sacrifices. Over time, you will start to feel like no matter what you do, it's never enough. And that's because in her mind, it never had to be. The sad truth is that many men ignore this warning sign. They convince themselves that if they love her enough, if they do more, if they prove their worth, she will eventually soften and see his value, but that rarely happens. Instead, the man finds himself constantly giving while receiving nothing in return. He starts feeling unappreciated, undervalued, and ultimately unloved. A woman who truly respects you will make you feel wanted, not just tolerated. She will understand that while she may not need you to survive, she appreciates you for who you are. She values your presence, your effort, and your role as a man in her life. She won't make you feel like an unnecessary extra. She won't diminish your importance. Instead, she will celebrate your presence because she knows that a real relationship is built on mutual appreciation, not resistance. But a woman who constantly says she doesn't need a man, she's already decided that no matter what you bring to her life, she will never fully embrace it. And the moment you find yourself trying to prove your worth to someone who has already dismissed it, you've already lost the battle. When a woman tells you you're too good for me, it might sound humble, even self-aware. But don't be fooled. This phrase is rarely a genuine compliment. It's a warning.
When you're in a relationship with a woman who once made you feel seen, appreciated, and important, the shift in her energy is almost imperceptible at first. Maybe she starts pulling away subtly, questioning your worth in indirect ways. You try harder because that's what you were taught. Love is effort, patience, loyalty. But there comes a moment, sometimes quiet, sometimes explosive, when you finally realize she no longer values you. And that realization hits deeper than you expected. It stirs something in your core. But before you detach, before you even take that first step away, you must do something that most men are never taught how to do. You must acknowledge the pain. Pain is not weakness. It's not failure. It's evidence that something mattered to you. And it's crucial to recognize that pain without using it to excuse her behavior. When someone stops valuing you, they're making a choice. And while their choice may hurt, it's not your responsibility to carry the weight of their decision on your back. Many men try to rationalize it. Maybe I wasn't enough. Maybe if I change, she'll come back. Maybe she's just going through something. These are defense mechanisms. They are stories we tell ourselves to delay facing the truth. Because the truth, being devalued by someone you gave your heart to, feels unbearable.
Fellas, listen carefully, because this one is going to open your eyes. You've been through storms nobody saw. You've cried in silence when the world kept laughing. You smiled in front of the world, but inside you were breaking into pieces. Let me tell you something right now. That pain, it ends here. That cycle, it breaks today. That version of you who kept getting hurt, ignored, abandoned, used, walked on, that version is gone. Today, a new you is rising. You've spent too long letting people have access to your peace. Too long to hurt you just because you love them. Too long